Hi everyone, this is Mr. Mary. Today we're going to take a look at some of the important geographical features of Latin America. And throughout this week we've been learning, what is Latin America? How would you define it by borders? Are there natural borders or are there political borders? And we've learned a little bit about some geographical features. The two biggest and arguably most important features are the Amazon rainforest, and the Andes Mountains. And we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into them here today using Google Earth. So, for those of you not familiar, Google Earth is a mapping software used by a series of satellite photographs that Google uses to try and depict the most accurate representation of the Earth today. What's really cool about it is you can basically look at any place in the world today and get a really accurate picture of what it looks like. So today, for our purposes, we're going to be using Google Earth to explore the Amazon rainforest and the Andes Mountains. So let's start first with the Amazon rainforest. So just some quick facts. It's the largest rainforest in the world. It's bigger than the next two largest rainforests, which are the Congo Basin and in Indonesia combined. So if you were to think of the square mileage of the Amazon rainforest, it's about 2.8 million square miles, which is about the size of the continental or contiguous United States. So that's all the 48 states of the United States, excluding Hawaii and Alaska. And if you look closely at the screen here, you can actually see the outline of the Amazon rainforest. This dark green in here that basically spans the width, almost the full width of the continent of South America is the Amazon rainforest. Let's zoom in a little bit using our zoom tool. And we can see that the Amazon rainforest here, now we can see a better picture of it, is mostly located in one country. So the large majority of the rainforest is located here in Brazil. But it actually touches a lot of other countries within South America as well. Here in the center point, the Amazon River, it's the world's largest river by volume, meaning that the amount of water in the river is the most. Um, it has almost 1,100 tributaries, so little um, flowing streams or smaller rivers flowing off the Amazon. It has almost 1,200 of those. Um, the Amazon is also a huge area where a lot of biodiversity happens. So, for if you're thinking about trees, okay, the Amazon rainforest has 16,000 tree species and almost 400 billion with a B trees. Um, the thing that we're facing today, a constant problem, is the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. A lot of South America's GDP, the gross domestic product, is located within here. So the natural resources that South America uses um, is here. So they need to use things, um, like trees for logging or other gross domestic product. They need to use that to sell and to make money. So the Amazon rainforest is not only important for the biosphere, so for the plant and animal life, it's also important for the economy of many countries within South America and South America as a whole. Talking about the GDP again, about 70%. So like fruits and vegetables and lumber and raw resources, 70% of all of those things of South America's GDP is produced in areas that either receive rainfall or water from the Amazon River. So if countries located around here, these areas here produce a lot of those natural resources. I talked a little bit about deforestation and mainly that it has always been a problem. There's legislation in place to try and protect certain areas of the Amazon. You guys might have heard in the past year or year and a half, the Amazon has been on fire. So fires being set either deliberately to try and create deforestation, or they call it controlled burning, or deliberately to send a message. But the Amazon has been under a lot of pressure, and politically speaking, a lot of countries have a say in what can happen with the Amazon. There's an organization of Amazonian states that kind of govern the legislative practices that happen within this area. So it's a hugely important area to Latin America, to South America, and the world. We're just shifting gears here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to talk about the Andes Mountains. And the Andes Mountains you can see pretty clearly just based off of your knowledge of topographic maps. Like whenever you see kind of like it's 2D from here, but it looks bumpy. So the bumps going all the way down basically kind of looks like the spine of South America, stretching all the way up through here to Venezuela. Is there? Those are the Andes Mountains, and eventually they spread through Central America and turn into the Rockies in North America. So it goes up through here, and you can see the mountain range spreading. But the Andes Mountains here is a very large mountain chain in South America, in Latin America. It crosses 7 countries, so you can see the 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Argentina is 7. It serves as a great area for biodiversity, again, just like the Amazon rainforest. It has dramatically different landscapes, so you would have like high plateaus of the Andes or snowy peaks. The Andes Mountains, most of the peaks in the Andes Mountains are volcanic, so meaning they're active volcanoes. The biggest one, the highest active volcano in the world, is in Chile. And so the Andes also, they help create a lot of agriculture that helps feed the world. So specifically, if you're to look at crops originating from the Andes Mountains, so potatoes and tomatoes actually originated from the Andes Mountains. There are many different variations of potatoes are grown here in Peru and shipped all over the world. And the biodiversity is very, very diverse. There are 600 species of mammals, roughly, about 400 species of fish, and 1,700 types of birds. Also, a lot of amphibians and over 30,000 species of plants exist within the Andes mountain range. So, and I would say the one thing that links, or there's many things, but the one main thing that links the Amazon to the Andes Mountains is the Amazon River starts, if you were to guess, and your knowledge from this year, you know that most rivers start from high mountain ranges where the water runs down it. If you had to guess where the Amazon River starts from, and if you were to say the Andes, you would be correct. That high mountain range creates the water that flows down and gathers together to create the Amazon River. So the Amazon rainforest and the river and the Andes Mountains are hugely important. It's crucial to kind of understand how important those features are to Latin American geography. They serve many different purposes, both economically and for the biodiversity effect on the earth as a whole. And what we're going to do is we just want to make sure today that you understand where they're located and how big they are. So the next part of this activity, so you've listened to me talk a little bit. I told you some facts about these two resources, these two features rather. And what's going to be pushed through Google Classroom is this map here. This is it's a political map, and we wanted to push a political map through to you. You guys are going to print out a copy of this map, and what we want you to do is we want you to outline and color in the areas that you see the Amazon rainforest here. So you know it stretches into a bunch of different countries, so if you roughly outline the area, color that in green, and then using the symbols of mountain peaks, so triangles, you are going to draw a path where you think the Andes Mountains are. Now you have this video for reference, so if at any point you need to pause this video and just really take a look, I could zoom out a little bit too, at where the Andes Mountains and the Amazon rainforest are. You have that option. You also have the internet resources as well, but we want to make sure that you have like a physical copy of what the Amazon rainforest looks like, how big it is, how big the Andes Mountains are, and how they relate to each other. So watching this video is part one. You're going to color in the Amazon rainforest and the Andes Mountains. You can use symbols. Yes, I know my battery's low. As part two. And then part three is going to be just an exit ticket that is going to be on Google Classroom. It's 5 questions. It has to do with things that I've talked about. So also you can use your map to help answer those questions. And don't forget to click Turn In. Again, if you have any questions for me or any of your other social studies teachers, feel free to email us. And that is it for today's lesson, going into the Amazon rainforest and the Andes Mountains in depth. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.